We've mentioned this in the past few videos, but a real interesting talking point around the return of Tfue. We saw a lot of comments on our videos and online. I'm sure you guys did too. If you did enough surfing, a lot of the comments were just like oddly not very excited, some borderline disrespectful around his return. And that's why we come to talk about this in today's video, of the whole excuse of it's just playing video games. We have talked about this in several videos for several different reasons. The first of which was Ninja and Cloaksy talking about Tfue streaming around 250 hours per month for 4 years. It was a long, strenuous Twitch contract he had that, yes, paid him very well, but also signed him up to, really be streaming pretty much any free time that he had, which sparked a big debate of people wondering, okay, like, how should you feel about this? Should you feel bad for the guy because he's working so much in a contract that he signed and he's also being paid a lot of money? And the flip side of being like, hey, yes, it might be for a lot of money, it might be a lot of time, but it's a strenuous job that a lot of people don't understand how difficult it truly is. A lot of people were split on this point. I enjoy seeing both sides. I'm kind of right there in the middle of understanding where both are trying to come from. I think I lean a bit easier on a guy like Turner.
Like, let's talk about like 80 hours, right? 80 hours a week is, or 8 hours a week is, 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week is like the 40 hours, right? 40 hours times 4, you're looking at 160 hours.
It was a 2-hour thing, so I have 20 minutes left.
Okay. So you have 160 hours if you're just doing 8 hours a day, right? Which is what everyone's supposed to be doing. He had almost double that, arguably. Like, that means he's got to do like 8 to 10 hour streams every day, including weekends, right? Or let's just do the math. Let's just do simple math, right? We go calculator. Let's just say it was 300 hours. 300 hours divided by 30. This dude had to stream 10 hours a day, every day. If it was 300 hours, I think it was like 200, 250. And he was on, and you guys might not know this, dude. You guys might not know this, but Turner was live at like 5. He was live at like 5 or 6 a.m. every day.
He streamed 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
9 hours a day for like 2 years.
And then it was someone like Timthetatman who also talked about this, where people are saying it's just playing video games. I think further provoked a bit more discussion around this topic. And I'm curious where you guys fall on this, right? Like when Tfue has to stream this many hours to meet his contract requirements, how do you feel? Or do you even care? Because that's where I often lie on all of these topics. I really don't care. I just enjoy talking about them and trying to understand both sides,
It's, I'm excited for him, man. I think it's a big deal, bro. I really do. For one, him signing to Kick, I think that's a big deal. And then for two, just coming back after taking a little, what was that? When did he take the break? Like 4 months ago, roughly 4 months. Anyone remember? That's my ballpark. It was probably like a 3 to 4 month break, a little bit there. I mean, dude, he needed it, bro. I don't know if y'all saw the clip, but like Tyler and Clock were talking about his contract, and I think Tyler said, and I know what the contract is. I know how many hours it was. I think it was like over like 200 hours plus. And candidly, I think he was on like a 3 to 4 year kind of deal. You know what I mean? So, you're talking 4, maybe 3, 4 years, like over 200 hours a month, man. Yeah, so you can see how he kind of got burnt out with that. You can definitely see that. It's that's a lot, man, for anyone. And I already know a lot of you are gonna be like, there's just video games. You just sit there and play. Yeah, I get it, bro. I get it. Yeah, but like, that's burnout. I just to be clear, I could never do that ever. There's no shot. I mean, you guys, y'all see me, bro. Chat's like, hey, Tim got over 50 hours this month, guys. It's a good month. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you guys know me. I could never, but just to be clear, even when I was grinding, right? I'm talking when I was going, right? I was probably at one time doing around, peak Overwatch, right around when I went full time. I was probably doing 8-10 hours a day roughly total. Because I would do 3 to 4 in the morning, and then I'd do like 4 to 5 at night. That was usually my wheelhouse. And I was probably doing, I was streaming on the weekends too. I was going, bro. You know what I mean? But like, even at that peak, I was probably way back in the day, man. But like, I've never in my life done over 200. That's insane, bro. You know what I mean? Now bro's 8 hours a week. All right, guys. All right. But dude, I like a contract like that. I can see how that could just like tire you out and just be like, I don't want to do this right now. So I'm glad he took a break, took that breath, and I'm glad that he's coming back. And I'm hoping that the Kick contract is not as intense as that Twitch one.
And let me talk this one out. Let me see where we get this one. I'll try and paint this fairly to all of you. You can let me know what you think. I'm not going to be like a random neighbor that I know back home that's like, oh my God, he's making millions of dollars playing video games. Wham, wham, must be so hard. I'm also not going to sit here and be like, dang, that must have been torture for the guy. I think I fall right there in the freaking middle where it all makes sense with some proper explanation. And that's why there's been so many polar opinions out there. But at the end of the day, Tfue was streaming an incredible amount of hours. If you actually give respect and know what it takes to be a streamer and a creator and to live a little bit of life on the side, the amount of time he was spending in front of the camera, no matter who you are, was really impressive and had to be incredibly draining. Thanks to Shade, one of our mods out there, all of you guys who sent us these stories. It's amazing to break down the information where on average for the past 4.5 years, he was on camera just streaming around 6 hours per day, every single day for 4.5 years straight. Where on paper, that somehow in today's world, that maybe doesn't look very difficult to a lot of people. But if you just go out and try and do this for a month, 30 days straight of 6 hours minimum streaming, and then try and do all your other life stuff, that's an incredibly hard feat to do. But only people who actually have ever tried it really know about that. Now, on the flip side, hey, don't get it twisted. He was playing video games. He was making millions of dollars, and it is the contract that he did choose to sign, permitting him and in some ways enforcing him to meet a certain amount of hours required. Like he was a willing participant in a very beneficial contract that he signed. Although I'm not going to sit here and say it was by any means easy, I'm also not going to feel bad for the guy because Turner is set for life. Is that an okay take to have? That's how I felt looking at all this stuff. But I saw so many people on this side or the other where both sides are making fair points. Just maybe meet somewhere like this. What do you guys think about Tfue? By the way, there are a lot of streamers out there who stream a lot more, and you guys are nuts. But I got to give you my respects and my dues because I don't know how you guys do it. It really is difficult. So what do you guys think about this? I just love doing these talking points. These kind of videos really intrigue me to see where you guys stand on such hot topics when I don't think they have to be so hot. Till next time, take care, drink up, all right, water, coffee, and we'll see you back here soon. Okay, bye.